Yeah.
Sideburnz.
What's the word? Tell me what you heard. That info that we kicking, it be louder than a herb. Word, information, no telepathico. We gon' have to elevate your mind where you wanna go. Kiss Calhoun in the mix. Sideburnz dropping all the beats, it's a hit. It's a podcast you don't really wanna miss. So sit back, relax, let's talk for a bit. What's the word? Spitting out the game that you need. What's the word? Make it say yes indeed. What's the word? Something that you wouldn't believe. What's the word? The word is for you to receive. What's the word? 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 I say tune in live, cause we up in the mix, and you know we have some topics that we have to reach. What's the word? 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 I say tune in live, cause we up in the mix, and we have a few topics that we have to reach. What's the word? 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 What's the word?
What's up, everybody? This your girl Kiss Calhoun, and we're back for another episode of What's the Word? You heard me. With the legendary D.Jon and a special guest, Sideburnz Beats.
Hello, people.
What's good, man?
What's going on? She sound like Miss Cleo.
And we're back for another episode of What's the Word? You heard me. And like I said in my Jamaican accent, that I'm being joined by the legendary D.Jon. What's good?
What's up?
And the legendary Sideburnz is in the building. What's good?
What's good?
And we're in What's the Word? Okay? So, today's episode is definitely about beef. We're gonna
Vaseline. What's beef?
Vaseline. What's beef? You hear me? So,
Shout out Ice Cube.
It's basically what was the most impactful beef in hip-hop culture of all time, and what started these beefs, and what could have prevented these beefs from going to the extreme, and the rise and fall of artists after beef settled. What beef cut below the belt? So of course we're gonna talk about the Tupac and Biggie beef, Ice Cube versus NWA. Reason why the title is No Vaseline, because you know I feel like that was the hardest diss track.
One of the
ever.
hardest.
He said hi.
One of the most hardest diss songs of my time. And of course we have the millennial NBA beef with 50 Cent, Ja Rule, and Drake and Pusha T, and of course Shaq and Dame Dollar from the Trailblazers. They just been beefing lately on diss tracks, and they play basketball. Like what? Anyway, of course we're gonna talk about the tea about Bolton Jean's brother explains why he hugged the white girl Amber, because you know, I keep messing up her name, you know. And of course we're gonna talk about Donald Trump talking about the young black leadership summit declares love for Donald Trump. Of course, Nicki Minaj speaks out about the passing of Joshua Brown, the guy who got shot, who was also a part of the trial that helped sentence Amber, your girl. And then New Orleans Saint linebacker Demario Davis was fined $7,000 for wearing Man of God headband. Of course, Kanye West, 21 Savage, and our good friend Stacey Dash.
Shout out to her.
And Snoop Dogg, and of course the Kim Kardashian episode over the weekend. And baby, Wendy Williams have to pay $250K. We gotta see what this talking about, and more tea, because the list goes on.
It goes on and on.
Without further ado, so what was the most impactful hip hop beef in hip hop culture?
You want to know what was the most impactful? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Impactful?
Impactful beef in
Y'all ready
hip-hop.
for this one?
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin.
I almost spit out my bill.
The infamous walk past Patti like she did not see her will forever go down in history, beef history, period. That's all I gotta say.
Period.
We talking.
I wasn't expecting that.
Now we talking about rap, nigga.
We talking about, but if you want to talk about beef, yeah, that is one of the most. Of course, if you want to go down, Wendy Williams and the infamous
Whitney Houston.
If we're gonna talk about podcasts, but hip hop wise, what was the most impactful beef in your opinion?
To my knowledge, it would have to be Biggie and Tupac. I mean, that's just a legendary beef because it had so many people involved. It wasn't just them; it was actually Coast at each other's necks.
Yeah.
So to me, like, it was bigger than Biggie and Tupac because it was just millions of people that were involved in this beef. Yeah, so to me, that's just a, when you talk about hip hop beefs, you cannot forget the legendary West Coast versus East Coast beef.
What's yours, Sideburnz?
The same one, and I have another one. The second one is Nas and Jigga, man.
Of course,
that shit was epic.
Is they still beefing?
Nah, they cool. Nah.
Oh, they squashed
I'm about to
it.
say this. I'm grown ass.
Fucking Nas.
They was really
Nas.
beefing to grown manhood, like still.
Yeah, they squashed it when they got what? They late 30s, early 40s.
They just squashed it not too many.
Yeah, baby mamas was involved in shit.
Right.
Oh, damn.
Police went hard about some shit.
Jay-Z rapped about he nutted on the cuss.
Oh wow.
He went hard. See, I ain't paying attention.
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
Child, me, you know I don't be paying attention to that ghetto mess.
That shit was raw.
But yeah, I agree. Like those two beefs, and of course, you can't forget like the 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
50 Cent, Ja Rule.
Like that shit is still active. Like that's the most.
Them niggas
still
old as
beefing?
fuck still.
They gonna be 85 years old, still beefing with each other. Like I believe they gonna be beefing till the day they die. But now it's just like petty stuff. It ain't street stuff how it used to be.
Yeah.
It can get street, but I think
That street
not
shit.
trying to.
Yeah, that shit.
But like, let's talk about the West Coast and East Coast beef because, like D.Jon said, it was a lot of people involved. And if you don't know about the story, me and Sideburnz about to give you a brief history on how the East Coast versus West Coast beef even started. It started something petty, something as petty as, you know, street code is everything for, especially when people are in the street and know the codes of the street. So this all started from when Tupac, in my opinion, when he got killed, or not killed, when he got shot at the studio, and he believed that Biggie knew the people that was involved, but he didn't do anything about it. Like, he didn't check anybody. And then it became a war in New York, basically, New York versus Tupac in a sense, because the police was hagging him up, and then he got caught with a charge with the rape. And then it's like so much stuff was happening to Tupac, and he felt like
fucking Snoop Dogg no got shot at.
A conspiracy.
Yeah, it was a conspiracy to take him down. But from my recollection, I felt like Biggie really had no part in it. Like, even though if he would have known something, he didn't know enough to like, you know, handle a nigga. I believe
that's what I believe is why I
believe he would have handled it if he had information, because just who Biggie was, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he would have, because he really loved Pop. He really loved Pop. He really, you know, he had respect for him. Like, this was somebody that took him on in a rap scene before anybody else really took him on. Before Puffy. Like, he was doing shows with Pac and shit like that. So it's like, it was something as petty as getting shot that led to his anger towards, and then of course a host of stuff after that, because of that shooting, it was like now it was like this tracks after this track, and then it was like, nigga,
what's that one? Ain't gonna make your kids don't grow, nigga.
Right. What's that diss track that Tupac had?
Hit 'em up.
Yeah, hit him up, and then Biggie had Who Shot You. But see, this
Who
the
Shot
thing.
You wasn't a diss song.
Right.
Yeah, he recorded
but
it
a lot of people, but
Go ahead.
Yeah, he recorded it. He pre-recorded that song, and then he dropped it. You know.
And so like,
and then they didn't want him to. They didn't want him to release that because they thought they knew that people were gonna take it as a
but
shot.
But he was thinking like, nigga, this ain't before
just
that.
putting out a song.
And I wish that they had the knowledge of thinking that way back in the day. Nigga just, now you talking about who shot me, so you must know who shot me. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like fucked up their relationship in a sense. But we gotta talk about Ice Cube versus NWA. Like, if you don't know that fucking beef, that beef was something so petty too.
Yeah.
As far as not wanting to fuck with a contract, not wanting to be a part of a contract that wasn't benefiting Ice Cube.
But the deal was bad. That's what it was.
Tell a story, Sideburnz. Tell a story.
Come on, historian.
The beef was started, right? The beef was started, basically, they gave him the contract, and not being smart, they just jumped head first in the game. They went with the label lawyers and shit.
Right.
So they was getting fucked over.
Right.
And so he left. He like, fuck them. Whatever.
So, yeah, me and my brother was talking about it, and that's basically what he said. He was like, it got to a point where Q read the actual contract like you supposed to.
He was the only smart one out the bunch to me because he actually sat there and read his shit.
Not only that, he just stood his ground. Like, he didn't let millions of dollars change his thought process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just was some niggas from the Long Beach
The
area,
hood.
the hood,
Saw
Compton
money.
area.
Captain Watts, South Central.
Never had shit, and they're about to get shit. Fuck it, I'ma sign this shit, cause fuck, tomorrow not promised. And I ain't trying to go back to the street. But Snoop was, I keep saying
Ice
Snoop.
Cube.
Ice Cube was smart
on
enough.
that nigga name.
He was just smart enough to be like, you know what? I ain't about to cop out to some shit that could fuck over me in the long run, as it did.
Slavery.
It did eventually fuck them over because Ice Cube. Once Ice Cube left, Easy E was just gone with everything Jimmy Hella said.
Yeah.
And then it was fucking over. Dr. Dre, Yellow, Ren, all of them was getting fucked over. So when Snoop and Suge finally came along, and Dre and all of them got together, it was like, yeah, fuck Ruthless Records, we going to Death Row. And that's what started another beef between
Cube and Dre.
Cube and Dre.
One of the dopest diss tracks. Real Compton City G's.
Real Compton City G's. Oh, real niggas. I thought it was real.
It's Real Compton City G's. Real motherfucking.
Oh, no.
Real motherfucking G's. Real Compton City G's was the added version.
Right. For Dre, when he left, and then it.
And then it was what it was. Not Deep Cover. It was the other song.
I think.
What's the
I
shit?
think that is Tonight you get in some shit. Yeah. No, that ain't it.
Fuck. What's the name of that shit?
We don't know, but we'll find it. If he find it, we'll play
What the
it.
fuck the name of that shit?
But though it was like getting back to it, I feel like what started these beefs and what could have really prevented them, people just talking and not using anger to like using their emotions to voice shit. Like I feel like
Oh, it was Dre Day.
Dre Day. I feel like in Tupac and Biggie case, if they could have had a sit down, like some, I feel like
OGs came in the picture.
like some real, like, instead of being petty, like, let's have a sit down, let's talk this shit out, let's figure this shit out. I feel like both of them would have still been alive, as both of them would have been very great as an artist in this time, because they still relevant even after death.
They still putting it in the clips.
Right. So it's like, damn, like, and the only reason, the sad part about Biggie's death is Biggie's death was just an assassination in a sense, because he didn't really have no real beef. The beef was gone. So everything that was created was basically the tension that was left over from not knowing who killed Pop.
Like this nigga in LA, like he did.
Yeah, like you can just do that, and that's like spitting on his grave, basically coming out there, because you wouldn't have came out there while he was still alive in a sense. So I think that was just some fair retaliation. But they still don't know who killed that man.
But that shit was like the label made that nigga go out there.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I think
but he wasn't scared either.
The whole beef was just motherfuckers putting batteries in their back, and it was basically Suge and Diddy beef, Puffy.
Yeah.
Pretty much, that's what they said.
And these two niggas still alive, one in prison and one billionaire.
one sipping Ciroc and shit,
But okay, the millennial beef. This 50 Cent and Ja Rule, like I said, this shit is gonna last for lifetime.
Them niggas too old for that
They're gonna
shit.
be old as fuck.
Niggas gonna be retirement home still beefing.
They're gonna be old as fuck, old ass men beefing with each other. Like, it's really sad how bad they're gonna be up until they death. But I don't know too much on. I feel like, okay, with a little bit I heard, it's petty.
But
like a little bit I heard about it is the same reason that Tupac was mad is why Ja Rule was mad.
Yeah.
50 Cent knew somebody that robbed him, and instead of him checking the nigga like, you robbed this nigga, like, nigga, that's my not my homie, but nigga, like, don't fucking fuck with him. He on this shit, like, he ain't that type of nigga. 50 Cent just was like, you want me to stop being friends with? No, I ain't telling you to stop being friends. I'm telling you to check a nigga from robbing me. You hanging with the nigga that robbed me make you a op in this young term.
Yeah.
Make you the op. So I feel why Ja Rule was mad. And not only that, like, I could see why he wouldn't let it go. Because you ever been robbed, somebody like actually take some shit from you, and how bad you feel about it? Like, nigga stole 2 tires off my fucking brother bike in front of my house because they couldn't get the whole bike. You know how pissed off I was? And if I would have found the person that did that shit, I would have really been mad. Especially if you, D.Jon, or Sideburnz hanging with the nigga that stole my. But I feel like y'all are bitch, you stole my friend's tires.
Shit, I'm tired of you. Right back over.
Right. So it's just basically the company you keep. But we gotta, before we get off this topic, we gotta talk about the Drake and Pusha T beef. Because that was something petty too.
Not really.
Go ahead, speak on it.
It was really the origin of the beef. Basically, Drake was riding for Wayne behind that Pusha T and Wayne beef.
Yeah, so
and
that's
Pusha
what
T
I got.
came for him first though, and that
So this what happened. Pusha T basically got mad at Wayne because he stole Vibe magazine.
No, the Babe and Nate. Yeah, behind Babe and Nate.
The crazy part about it is this nigga think he invented Babe and Nate when everybody at that time was wearing it.
But Pharrell made it pop though.
Right.
Pharrell made it pop.
He made it popular, but when he made it popular with the Neptunes and that ice cream cone design they had on
Oh,
them,
ice cream? Yeah. That's some people behind it, yeah.
Everybody's
wearing that shit.
How I can vouch for Wayne because, like I said, I'm glad I brought this up because I'm a product of kind of that beef, and I can vouch for that. Wayne definitely was on some Baby Nates before Katrina because
that nigga had rare shit.
Rare, okay. Little secret, I was plugged and got some of them shoes. I was recently asked not too long ago, hey, you still got them shoes that Lil Wayne gave you back when you was a kid? Nigga, no, but I wish I do. Like, they're worth some money now. I'm like, what? Like, Wayne gave me a bag full of shoes. And all the shoes are popular and relevant right now. Like, I had them little, them Nikes with the blue, and it looked like the flame light. They just, I don't
know. The MX?
Yeah, the MX. I had a bunch of them. Of course, I had some G Nikes. High top ones, low top ones. I had old school like Nike shoes that he had, and of course I had Baden Apes. I had some pink. I had some pink colorful ones, and I had some green colorful ones, and I had the all white ones and the black with the peanut butter at the bottom. And I was wearing them shoes at Reed. So I don't know where my shoes at. I gotta look in my attic. But
you better go find so you go fucking sell them damn shoes
been
to get you some money.
You was a person that made it popular. You get mad because he looked better than you on the cover, nigga. Like, so yeah, Drake did everything he was supposed to do. You ain't about to try to shit on my OG, nigga.
Hell nah.
But he should a light skinned nigga like Drake should never got involved.
Shit, what was that song? He went at that nigga. The only thing that fucked it up was
him.
He brought that nigga baby mine. That's the only thing.
Bringing up his shit. And this is what I want to talk about. What beef cut below the belt? That beef. Like one thing you don't do is bring in somebody, family, children, or women. Why? Because what if what if you had a disabled person and then Drake came out and said you retarded ass cousin with the limp? You would have been mad.
It's a motherfucker.
You would have been mad, but your little cousin would have been famous though.
And then he brought up his producer. His producer got sick of cell 40.
Yeah. Oh, see, he was cutting below the belt.
Yeah.
Pusha, and that's why he really, in a sense, lost that. Everybody's saying Pusha T won it, but it really got squashed before it got serious because once that song came out,
Drake had one in the chamber.
He had one locked and loaded that was gonna massacre him, and somebody called and said, "You know what, bro? You bigger than this. Don't do it."
Jay Prince put the call in.
Yeah, he said,
Shout
"Don't do it."
Jay Prince, shout out to my East Side.
But since we talking about musical beefs and NBA, these fools, Shaq
and Dame
Dollar beef. Why is they going at each? What started them going after each other? Like,
Dame Dollar said he was better rapper than Shaq. Lyrically, he is. You know, Shaq still rap like he in the 90s. Like You Can't Stop the Rain. But that's what started the whole beef. Shaq dropped a song, Dame dropped one. Dame dropped another one, then Shaq dropped another one. Not yesterday, the day before, that shit was raw. That nigga said my baby mamas make more than y'all, some of y'all. I'm like, Lord. Lord. Nigga said I can make a phone call, get you traded, nigga. I'm like,
whoa. About to lose your whole job over a diss track. But I ain't hearing
It's good for hip hop. It's good
for hip hop. I got a little clip of it. Let me hear Shaq. I want to hear Shaq's. And then I'm going to play a little bit of Dame's. Because I ain't really hear it.
Yeah, Dame's cutting up on him too. Nigga said he ain't get the rings because of Kobe. You got the rings because of Kobe. And we went in Miami because of Flash. See what else he was saying?
Well, but as I'm saying, he didn't get the ring because of Kobe. Because without Kobe, without Shaq, there was no Kobe. Because when Shaq left,
Kobe they had to rebuild. They had to rebuild.
Barely, and I'm a Lakers fan, I know. But here's the Shaq freestyle to him. Let's hear it.
Yeah, nigga still rap like he from the 90s.
What the fuck?
He basically said,
he actually sounds good
though. Trying to get a
though.
billion who give a fuck about $1. That is a bar. That's a hard line. I watched some of the fucking reaction videos to this, and that one line is what made
he
Shaq.
He had the bars.
Cause what happened is Dame said it's just like Shaq rapping, and I agree with him. Like Shaq don't rap like a rapper. He rap like Shaq rapping. Like he's Shaq. And he's rapping like The Rock rapping. You know The Rock had a song, It Doesn't Matter. Like that shit sounded like The Rock rapping. That's what it sounds. Damian Lillard, all he was trying to say is lyrically, I speak bars. I spit
That's the only nigga.
I had flame.
Nigga, a basketball player kept on the track with Wayne, nigga. I'm like, bro.
Ain't nobody better than him.
Come on, man.
So here go Dames. I rest my case.
Oh, when he talk about Shannon Sharp, talking about he's talking about.
Because Shannon
Sharp was talking about the rings.
Hard on the boy about, you
got to get out the first round. Shit.
Ain't got nothing to do with it. This is what he do. that's basically the diss towards them. Like
So
Dame said,
Dollar is a rapper.
he a rapper. You heard that? He came on that bitch spitting, you heard me? That's why he said Shaq just sound like Shaq rapping. You heard that nigga? All them ad-libs and bars he was spitting, all them fucking punchlines he had in that shit. That shit was real rap. That shit real hip-hop. Like, so he can say in a sense he is a better rapper than Shaq because he is. Like, you heard what we heard.
Right.
What's your opinion?
I mean,
like
you
Shaq.
can.
He can spit
Right, you
bars,
can
but
tell a
he
difference,
sound
but
Shaq.
I'm just so
Nobody
confused.
is gonna bump a Shaq track in their car.
But I'm just
Nobody
so
even wears Shaqs anyway.
I'm so confused. Like, why were
Why
they
is they gonna-
beefing?
Because he said he was a better rapper than Shaq. And truth be told, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion,
I mean, but my thing is, if you know that you're a rapper already, so
no, somebody asked him that question.
Oh.
So he just responded and was like, yeah, I'm a better rapper than Shaq. Shaq just sound like Shaq rapping.
Dang.
I mean, he does.
They ain't rapping the OC.
He ain't really.
And he really dropped tapes. Like, this boy got video. Like, Shaq, they play his fucking video
I mean, but
on
don't-
NBA thing whenever they in the finals. and
I mean,
shit.
but don't get me wrong. Like Shaq's, but it sounds really good. But I get what he's saying. He just sound like Shaq rapping. Like, there's no really comparison or who's better than who, because I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You can already show who's better. That's what he does. Shaq is known for being a basketball player, not a rapper. So.
Well, he actually is known for being a rapper.
Oh, really?
You can't stop the rain
Yeah,
with
he had
Biggie.
a song. He had a song with Biggie.
Oh, child.
had a song.
Y'all
He went
know I
platinum.
don't know.
He went
Y'all know
platinum.
I'm
He went
green when it
platinum,
comes to.
So, but
hip
the
hop.
only reason why he became that is because it just was Shaq.
You know, that nigga was larger than life. He was
was-
markable.
He was markable. Like, he was that he was that dude that everybody wanted him. Like, he was in a Kazam movie, right?
Yeah,
Like,
video
come on.
games, all type
He
of
had
shit.
video games all in the night in my childhood. I used to play that shit on Sega. Shout out.
That nigga had a game on 360.
Yeah.
Brought it back. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, he is noticed as a rapper, but to say he is better than Dame, like, we heard that shit.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go that far and say that he's credibly known as a rapper.
No, like, really, 90s, nigga, he was in videos. Like, Shaq was really a rapper in the 90s growing up.
Big Aristotle.
Yeah, he was
The
like,
Shaq. The
that's-
Diesel.
basically, Shaq was like LeBron James when he first got drafted in the NBA. Like, LeBron James had a lot of shit what he did with Jay-Z and was hanging out with rappers and shit. That's basically what he was. So he is technically revered as a rapper, but to say like, yeah, this something, I feel like this something Dame do. This ain't something that Shaq do. He can rap. Like, I can rap, but I wouldn't call myself a rapper.
Me too. I could rap, but
Right.
I'd rather make beats and chill.
And I'd rather stick to my voice on what's the word on this podcast and mind the business that paid me. Shout out to Nicole.
Exactly.
You're me.
Get your shirts, get your merch.
Get all that. But we could go on and on, but D.Jon, this T was good. He was like, wait, y'all, trying to let it load, but it's not connected. But there. What's this T talking about, Bo? Okay, so Bolton John Jean's brother explains why he hugged Amber Geiger, and I saw the video. And this is just my little 401k.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay,
I
go
got
ahead,
it
go
up,
ahead.
and then we can talk.
Okay, good.
So let's get into this. Of course, this is coming from the Shade Room.
The messy shade.
So it was the hug seen around the world after a jury issued a sentence of 10 years to convicted murderer Amber. I was about to say Amanda again this week. Amanda, look, I did it. Amber G. Her victim, Botman Jean's younger brother, Breton, asked the judge to hug her. It was a hug that drew a lot of mixed reactions. While some people commended the young man for his strength and Christian values, others felt that if the roles were different, reversed, and the victim was white, the victim's family would not have reacted the same way. Well, now Brayton is speaking out on what compelled him to show Amber that level of compassion. And I quote, "I thought the cameras were off," Brayton told Dr. Phil, who pointed out that Brayton did not hug Amber for publicity. And then, of course, they have the video where you guys can see it if you have not seen it. And I quote again, "I don't want to live the rest of my life saying, 'I hate you. I wish I could get you back,'" Brayton explained. "It just clears your mind. It frees me knowing that it's settled. You pay yes for what you did," speaking of what the young woman did, "but in my heart, I know that I'm free." Brayton and the rest of Jean's family sat down for an interview with Dr. Phil just 2 days after Amber was sentenced to 10 years in prison for Jean's murder. The trial and its aftermath has dominated headlines this week as people discuss the impact of it all and its ties to race relations in America. Amber, the former Dallas police officer who fatally shot her neighbor Jean in his own apartment after claiming she mistook his unit for hers, was found guilty of murder earlier this week. She testified in her own defense, saying that she hates herself every day for taking Jean's life. Jean's father also made headlines this week when he said he would like to be friends with Amber in the future. So, what do you guys take from this whole situation? The young man Brayton hugging Amber G after the trial, during the trial.
How I feel about this whole situation, and it's just been giving me a headache over the weekend. But how I feel about this particular situation, I feel like people are entitled to grieve and forgive the way they will want to forgive. And for the people who feel like if the shoe was on the other foot and a white person, it would have been a white person family that she killed a black man. This how I could tell a lot of people don't watch a lot of court case files or just crime documented law videos, like showing you in the inside of a courtroom. They got plenty of people that get hugged by the victim's people after the fact, and they forgive them for their peace so they can have sanity after they serve their time. There's plenty of people that hug victims. I know this lady this black man, because see, this is how I know people don't even watch Oprah, because it was on Oprah and everything. This white lady forgave the man that took her son's life. And she talked to him every day when he was in prison, wrote him letters and all that shit, and just was like giving remorse for "I forgive you." When he got out, they remained friends, and she got him his life back on track. I said in the previous episode that prison is not a tool that needs to be used to condemn people for life. Like, yeah, some people do need to go to jail for the rest of their life because some people do heinous shit. But sometimes people make mistakes. And if these people can forgive this woman in their heart, we got to do what's best for them. Right. Because at the end of the day, you can say all how you would feel when that was you, but a lot of people won't feel that way. I know some, for example, Toya's ex-husband, who everybody know as Memphis, he was on a Iyanla Vanzant show. His dad was murdered in a racial kind of way, and he didn't get to go to the trial, and so he's on that show, he was just expressing how, because he didn't get that closure at that time, it transformed him into this type of man that he was, abusive, womanizer, all this stuff, and he actually sought help. Some people need that. 10 years, like that lady said out her mouth, 10 years gonna give her what she needs to put on her ass. Y'all ever been in jail for 10 years? Some of these people give their opinion about stuff and never been inside of a prison. See, they gonna fuck her up.
Right, but my thing is, what people have to understand it's okay to have a forgiving heart. No one says that you have to be this heinous and just outright mean person. You know, people receive things differently, and revenge doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Revenge could be I forgive you.
Right.
That can be the revenge for
because
you.
The mind in prison when you
it's gonna get her. It's gonna eat her up
Trust
for the rest of her life. Just like we said that was last week. It's just gonna eat her up for the rest of her life.
Not only that, she is an ex-cop now, going into prison with people who she probably put there.
Oh, they gonna get her. They gonna set her ass up.
So y'all outraged. This is what I feel. How I feel. I don't like the outrage that our community always have for situations like this, because people forgive what they want to forgive.
Right.
People grieve the way they want to grieve. Everything ain't called for let's act the fool moment.
Right. My thing
let's
is,
speak on this.
My thing is, you should be commending this young man for doing this and commending a family.
You know
for
how
doing
strong
this.
you
like,
gotta be to hug a person that killed your brother.
I just hate the fact that we always have to make everything so racial. Yes, we're in a world where it's black and white, and we have, been through this stuff, forever. But my thing is, we have to come to a point in time where we need to get out of that mindset, because that's the shit that's eating us alive, and that's the shit that's keeping us back with the host of other things. So I really don't care if you don't, agree with, how I feel about the situation.
But the word is, we don't give up. Hear me? But Sideburnz, like, what's your whole intake about the whole forgiveness thing? Because I know you have been like, nah, nigga, y'all better ride for me. Don't hug nobody that killed me.
It depends on the situation, but that type of situation, the motherfucker came in my house and killed me, nigga, I ain't forgiving you. Nobody in my family, I'm not forgiving you. You killed one of my people. They was just in their house doing what they supposed to do. And you come in there and shoot them and kill them, and you get sentenced to 10 years, you think I'm gonna hug your fucking ass? I might beat your fucking ass. I ain't gonna hug shit.
And some people do. Like, they have court case videos where this man's mama was murdered, and he lunged over, he whooped the shit. And then it was two brothers that beat the shit out of the dude, they stepdaddy, that killed they mama. It's a lot of domestic cases where people actually get their ass whooped before they go to trial, you know what I'm saying? But let people grieve and forgive the way they want to forgive, because it's not on y'all, it's on them, because they gotta go through it every day. They gotta relive him not being here and how he was and shit like that. That's hard, especially when he was a good person. Like, y'all need to get y'all mind together. But anyway, the Young Black Leadership Summit declares love for Trump. Oh my God, please spill the tea.
Okay, so as Trump is nearing closer to the reality of impeachment, apparently he still has support from those who are fans of his leadership, specifically the Young Black Leadership Summit, whose members recently publicly pledged their support for him. As reported by The Guardian, over 200 African American students and young professionals from the Young Black Leadership Summit gathered together late last week to sing the praise of Trump's, and according to their gathering together late last week to sing their praise for Trump, and his whole whatever the shit is. I'll say, okay, so basically all of the great things he's done for the black community, they say. One of the students in question stated that he loved Donald J. Trump and that he has done so much for the black community, quote unquote. And then if you guys want to have the video as well. So then the event was organized by the pro-Trump organization Turning Post USA. There, Trump praised the leaders, specifically Republican Candace Owens, who regularly tweets her displeasure for Democrats and frequently refers to the media as racist. Best Oni Owens with praise, he said, and I quote, "I saw this woman on television. I said, man, I don't want to mess with her. She's tough. Now I'm not allowed to say it. You know that I'm not allowed to say it anymore. But she's also beautiful. It's true. Under the pound Me Too generation, we're not allowed to say it. So all of you young brilliant guys, never ever call a woman beautiful, please.
What?
You're not allowed to do it, and I've kept I've kept doing it, and I've never been told by that woman never to do it. Despite members of the Young Black Leadership Summit declaring all of the things they claim Trump has done for the black community, he shouldn't. I wish you let me finish. It should be noted that his approval rating among black voters stand at a partial 10%. It seems that both Trump and members of the summit have their facts and details way off. Kiss Calhoun and Sideburnz, what do you guys think of this?
They can't be serious. That's all I'm gonna say.
They can't, because ain't no fucking way he did anything for black people.
He did something great. He made YG, RP Nipsey made a great diss song. Nigga used to be bopping to that big dancing, crip walking, blood walking.
My whole thing is, I just really think like it's a publicity stunt. You know, he has to get that
motherfuckers on payroll
support. You know what I'm saying? So of course they paid. I'm pretty sure he paid them a shitload of money to get some people up there to get them to say all of that shit. Like, it's just so rehearsed. You can tell it's so rehearsed.
We love Donald Trump. He do everything for the black community. That sounds like some slavery shit.
Yes, Master Trump.
Yes, messy. But moving on, Nicki Minaj speaks out about the passing of Joshua Brown. Of course, Joshua Brown was the witness in the case against Amber Geiger and the whole Jean. So, D.Jon, what's the take on this? What's Nicki 401k? You're in need.
So before many could digest the verdict and sentencing in the Amber Gallagher trial, another devastating blow was dealt when one of the key witnesses who testified against her, Joshua Brown, was sadly found murdered just days later. As we previously reported, Joshua Brown was found laying on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds mere days following his testimony against Amber Gallagher. In her murder trial that ultimately resulted in her being convicted and sentenced to 10 years, while many were highly critical of what they felt was too light of a sentence for her crime, the focus quickly shifted when news of Brown's deaths began to circulate. Many celebrities have voiced their heartbreak and outrage at the young father's passing, and rapper Nicki Minaj is one of the latest. She recently took to social media to express her feelings about Brown's death and the compassion that Gallagher received following her sentence. And I quote, "I wonder if they..."
She had a little fantasy.
Yes, I wonder if they were hugging on them when he got off that stand that the way they were all boo-hoo crying, hugging on a murderer. Talk about a slap in the face. Go hug on his fatherless child now. We should have let y'all suffer and minded his business. This is heartbreaking. Rest in peace. Meanwhile, there has been movement in Brown's case as Dallas authorities have announced 3 suspects in the case. Jacarius Mitchell, 20, Michael Mitchell, 32, and Thaddeus Green, 22. Reportedly, one of the men has already been arrested. As for the motive, police are claiming it was a drug deal gone wrong due to investigation, which promoted evidence that Brown was attempting to buy marijuana when he was murdered. We want to continue to keep Joshua Brown's loved ones in our prayers. So what do you guys think about this whole thing? This whole situation?
Sad situation.
It is.
It's a very sad situation, but I hate the fact that they always try to throw it was a drug deal gone bad.
But
it could be the situation.
Right. That's what the evidence is looking like it is.
But it's just so crazy that he got murdered
me
right
and D.Jon
after.
was talking. Not D.Jon. Me and Sideburnz was talking about this last night, and it's kind of ironic how smart we is and how gullible we is at the same time. Like, if you watch a lot of nostalgic crime movies like I do and Sideburnz do, and if you from really street culture, you know that even though somebody could be good, they still be doing some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. I'm not taking the fact that, he probably, had his demons and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's just weird though.
No, what I'm saying is, if the police really wanted him dead,
He'd have got knocked off.
He would have got knocked off before the trial. Cause street culture, that's what happens. Like, we gonna talk later on in the tea when we talk about Toya's brothers being the murder, the actually person that murdered her brothers being sentenced to life. One of the witnesses got knocked off before the trial even happened. So that is more loud. That's more logical in my mind that could be happening. We can't always assume like because he got shot here, like word on the street is that he had another pending trial for some shit that happened the year before where he witnessed a death of his
one of his friends, yeah.
So like it was like a whole bunch of shit, but this motive kind of is what it is. That's what the evidence looking like, and you gotta trust the evidence. Like, we gotta get out our head about the conspiracy.
But I mean too, in a sense, you can't always trust evidence as well. Evidence can be tampered with,
Of course.
So we can't always go to that where we have to trust the. No, I get what you're saying. Like I get everything that you're saying. We can't really. This whole thing is we can't assume anything. You just gotta let it play out. Because guess what? They're not, just like you said, they're not always interior motives. Then evidence is not always to be trusted in these situations. So you'll just never know.
But because they have one person in custody, he kind of told the story. He the one who said that this what went down. That's why they have two suspects on the run. So he kind of did a little confession. So we just gotta let it play out. But moving on, New Orleans Saints linebacker Demario Davis was fined $7,000, but news reports said that he don't have to pay the fine. But go ahead.
Okay. So New Orleans Saints linebacker Demario Davis was recently fined a little more than $7,000 by the NFL for wearing a Man of God headband with his uniform. Davis is known for his faith and not being ashamed to proclaim it. And it seems NFL officials took notice of the headband, which is reportedly against the rules. NFL rules are strict on game day apparel, and personal messages are prohibited according to the Washington Post. It happened during a game in late September against the Seattle Seahawks. Davis was wearing a headband which matched the team's colors of black and gold, bearing the words Man of God. Davis said that it was his first offense for a uniform violation, even though the headband was not visible beneath his helmet. And I quote, "I don't think a lot of people were aware of the policy that was in place. I wasn't even fully aware of it," Davis told NOLA.com. "I just wanted to put it on and just keep kind of help fans who care about the game understand a more intricate part of the game." Davis continues, "Of course, you don't want to be fined. Nobody wants to lose money. But I think any time that the conversations about God is brought up, especially in these times, I think it's always a positive or silver lining. If he can get glory from it, I think he can get glory from it, whether I personally wear the headband or don't wear the headband. He always going to be in control of the whole situation. We're still all good." The NFL apparently cracked down on game day attire a few years ago when players used their cleats to display social, political, patriotic, and charitable messages. The NFL approved a My Cause, My Cleats weekend following pushback to allow players the freedom to wear what they want. That didn't extend to headbands though, and in any case, the exception is really only granted for one weekend a year. So what do you guys think about this?
I think that they bullshit. They shouldn't find that
NFL,
dude. Fuck the
NFL don't play that shit. Like y'all niggas
I
better
mean,
get on that field.
it's really petty. Like it's on his head, and then you could rarely see it because he has the helmet on
Right.
for most of the time. So I don't really see the big issue about it. But the NFL is just, they are so petty. It's like they will try to get money out of these players
any
little thing that they do.
But you fighting now you getting
You know, now, like, I didn't know what the helmet thing. If the helmet comes off during a play, you get fined. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But Lord Kanye West, what he did? Please just speak.
So Kanye West talks about how
He
the
dropped the
Republican
album.
Party freed the slaves and the backlash he received for supporting Trump during his Sunday service in Salt Lake City. So of course this comes from the Shade Room.
WC
Yesterday, Kanye West held his Sunday service in Salt Lake City, and during the service, Kanye said a few things that are capturing the attention of many. Hunter Swayze of Yellow Sign was present during the service, and he caught some clips of Kanye's speech. And one of the things he talked about during his speech is how the Republican Party is responsible for freeing slaves. He said, and I quote, "Abraham Lincoln was the Whig Party. That's the Republican Party that freed the slaves." He continued to talk about the backlash he received while publicly showing his support for Trump. He continued, "But for a year, people want to call me a coon because I chose my right. In America, we got the right? We got our own right to our opinions, right? The black, so you can't like Trump. I ain't never made a decision based on my color. That's a form of slavery, mental slavery." However, those are not the only topics Kanye touched on during his speech. He also talked about his opposition of social media and criminal justice reform. As we previously reported, Kanye West is gearing up to release his next album, Jesus is King, and the project equipped it with a film that will be released in IMAX theaters later this year. And then, of course, you guys can check out some clips on this article from Kanye's Sunday's service. So what do you guys think about Kanye's comments?
I mean, look, that's not the same Republican Party from that time.
Kanye just being Kanye.
Yes, Republicans had their, share of doing something right, but that's not the same Republican Party we dealing with right now. So don't use the past to justify the present right now, because the present is not doing a good job.
Right. I have to agree with you. You can't compare the two from that time during now. Kanye is just being Kanye. You just never know what's gonna come out of his mouth. So
He's entitled to his own opinion, but I'm entitled to not to walk in.
And right, just like you're entitled to your opinion. And it's not because people hate Trump because since you're black you have to hate Trump. That's not the issue. It's just the coonery and just the type of person that he is. That's why we don't like him. It's not because we're black and he's white and we can't like him. We don't like him for a reason. So that's my whole take.
Basically, don't speak for us.
Right. Because we all don't feel the same way.
Exactly. We're moving on.
So let's move on to 21 Savage.
Still waiting on that album though.
Fuck that album.
I want him.
Kanye.
I'm waiting on that album.
It should be dope. He's a pretty dope artist. So, I mean, it should be something to look forward to. So moving on to 21 Savage says children that are in the U.S. illegally should automatically become citizens. So earlier this year, 21 Savage was held in a federal immigration detention center for an expired visa. Since his release, he has been using his platform to help speak for those who experience immigration injustice. According to the Associated Press on Thursday, this was last week, 21 was honored by National Immigration Law Center for being a spokesman for immigration justice. And before receiving his award, he expressed how children who come into this country illegally should automatically become citizens. He said, and I quote, "When you're a child, you don't know what's going on. Now you grow up and got to figure it out. Can't get a job, can't get a license. I'm one of those lucky ones who became successful. It's a lot of people who can't." He talked about his personal experience and continued, "When you ain't got no choice, you should be exempt. It's not like I was 30, woke up and moved over here. I've been here since I was 7 or 8, probably younger than that. I didn't know anything about visas and all of that. I just knew we were moving to a new place. I feel like we should be exempt. I feel like we should automatically become citizens," 21 said. Pastor is Kosher, I hope I said that name
Hope you did.
right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Who also helped honor 21 with his award, added, "Up until the moment when we was arrested, there wasn't a nationally or public conversation about black immigration. The conversations primarily revolved around Latino immigrants. His detention really pushed a national conversation, and it made us talk about what's happening with black people who are undocumented. All the black people in America aren't just citizens." 21 spent 10 days in a detention center before being
21
released.
days.
He as we
21 damn
that's
days.
what I said 21 spent 10 days.
Oh, I thought he spent 21.
No, as we previously
Well, I was
reported
like, man,
back
they
in
really
June,
playing.
21 Savage donated $25,000 to help detain immigrants with legal consults. So my guys, what do you guys think about this? I agree.
Yeah.
And wasn't it like that? At one point.
At one
Yeah,
point
at one
until
point.
Trump, bitch ass.
But just I feel like that. Just like when children are born into the world, we're not asked to be
Yeah,
here.
we not asked
don't
to
know.
be here.
Just like he said,
it's our parents'
you're
fault.
a child. You don't know what's going on. You just
Exactly.
know that you're moving to a different place.
And it's crazy, like, with all this adoption and shit going on, like, the government paying people to adopt children.
Exactly.
So it's like, why wouldn't you want to still do profit off it? I mean, you already profited off of it anyway, so why not, let these undocumented immigrants get the same benefits that any other child would get? And then, like, the light is often shined on the Latino immigrant thing, but like I always say, like, immigration is everywhere. Like, they got illegal Italians, they got illegal Somalians, they got all kinds of Ethiopian, all kinds of people come from all over the world come here, and they look just like us, so you don't know who illegal until they start talking, and then you know who they is. But I mean, it's good. It's something that should.
It's a good look for him.
Yeah, especially he's basically the spokesperson of that.
Right.
So that's good.
Good look for your
21.
So moving along to our good sis Stacey Dash, who looks so fucking deranged in this mugshot, but she looks fucking amazing as well at the same time. So our good sis, domestic violence charges.
This white woman
have
beat her
been
husband.
Dropped. Period. Wait, what you said?
This white woman on her mugshot, they said she was a white woman.
She was white. Yeah.
They said there was an error.
I cannot.
But it said white female.
But isn't she mixed or something?
She is biracial, but it is what you want to claim.
She
But
have light skin.
Right.
she all the way light skinned. She got the green eyes, the complexion for the protection.
Right.
So she didn't beat her. She didn't got the charges dropped. Husband was like, "Let me take it back before she whoop my ass when she get home."
So as we previously reported, and we did report this last week, Stacey Dash was arrested for allegedly assaulting her husband, Jeffrey Marty, in a domestic violence incident. Well, it looks like Stacey is now a free woman as prosecutors have dropped the case. According to the blast, prosecutors notified the court they are no longer pursuing the criminal case against Stacy. The case status is now listed as closed. Apparently, the entire thing was over a misunderstanding in the home, and Stacy's husband did not want her to be arrested in the first place. He takes to Twitter to speak on the incident, and I quote, "Today, the state attorney made he right call by declining." He had a little fantasia moment. "To file charges against my wife as Stacey Dash. She was charged over my objection at the time, but due to the pending investigation, I waited to comment until now. We both look forward to getting this behind us. Stacey was arrested this past weekend after Florida cops responded to a domestic violence call in her home. Authorities say she allegedly slapped and punched her husband. They also found scratches and marks on his body. Since then, Stacey has pleaded not guilty to the charges, but spent 24 hours in jail. She's been making headlines all week in regards to her case, particularly how she was identified in her arrest report. Authorities have since come forward to clarify the filing was a clerical error on part of that one officer who mistook Stacy as Hispanic. The 911 footage was the alleged incident also surfaced this week, in which Stacy claimed her husband put her in a chokehold. Despite prior reports, the 911 audio reveals Stacy is the one who actually called the police after she says her whole family was having an argument that turned physical. "I've been assaulted by my husband," she says. "We were all arguing. I asked his daughter to get out of my face. She was in my face. I pushed her back and he put me into a chokehold." So that man was telling you, "Bitch, don't put your hands on my child." They jumped Stacy.
Bitch, free Stacy.
Girl.
Girl, they jumped good to Stacy.
But my whole thing is with that, you could object. You know they still take you because they take domestic violence very serious. So you can say that you object, you don't want the person to be arrested. They are still going to do it because it's a domestic case. What do you guys think about it?
Whoever get the phone first, the other one's going to jail.
But she called, so she went to jail.
She was the one that called, and she was the one that went to damn jail.
But at least the charges got dropped.
Right.
When she went ham when she went home. She mixed on somebody.
Somebody got it.
Somebody.
She need to get that dog.
But University of Kansas issues an apology after Snoop Dogg performed with pole dancers.
Well, that footage was wild.
Uncle Snoop.
So the University of Kansas welcomed Snoop Dogg to perform at its late night in the pole event, but it looks like they got much more than they expected. The family-friendly event was put together to celebrate the start of basketball season, and Snoop's performance was just the icing on the cake. Apparently, the university advised Uncle Snoop to come through and perform a 35-minute show featuring the radio edits of his hits. Snoop may...
All of his hits are provocative.
Exactly. Snoop may not have gotten the memo and performed the explicit version of his song, according to Double XL. In a video from the event, Snoop can be seen performing Gin and Juice, standing beside a stripper pole.
Saying, "Bitch."
Uncle had an exotic dancer in teeny tiny shorts dancing right beside him too. The show reportedly offended many people in attendance, as it was a family-friendly event, causing the University of Kansas athletic director to release a statement apologizing, and I quote, "We apologize to anyone who was offended by the Snoop Dogg performance at late night." Jeff Long said, "We made it clear to the entertainers managers that we expected a clean version of the show and took additional steps to communicate to our fans, including moving the artists to the final act of the event to ensure that no basketball activities would be missed if anyone did not want to stay for his show." Jeff continues, "Take full responsibility for not thoroughly venting all the details, the performers, and offer our personal apologies tried to create a family atmosphere at Kansas.
How?
What you expect?
Fell short of that this evening. Reactions may not be able to be seen in the video, but a senior writer for the Athletic NBA has a unique opinion about Snoop set and the university's reaction. KU divided Snoop Dogg's show, but is obsessed with Dogg's video. Snoop Dogg show, he writes on Twitter, stripper poles and money guns felt like KU giving a middle finger to the NCAA after program got with charges of malfeasance. Cause, what else did you expect? Snoop.
Right.
No word from Snoop.
Not Snoop
But
lying.
it's safe to say Snoop doesn't regret
They
one
hired
thing.
Snoop
My
Dogg.
thing is, if you wanted a family-friendly event, you should have got Britney Spears to get up there on the stage.
Fuck
Oh,
no.
they are-
Slave for you?
But guess what? She's not cursing in the damn
No,
song.
you
They
get
should've-
Ariana Grande.
You get Will Smith. You know, he don't curse in
you
this
get,
rap.
You get get jiggy with it. But what did they expect? It was Snoop Dogg. Like, everybody knows how Snoop do. Like, how? Y'all not know.
Nigga performing Gin and Juice.
Come on. None of his songs are, you know,
How can I say this?
they got new songs. Like, his new songs are more positive, but
The old shit.
the old stuff, they
Shoot
say they
niggas.
wanted hits. So the hits is Gin and Juice, you know. Murder was the case that they like. What you
What you expect?
you know why? Because they had too many white fans.
They wanted him.
That's
to,
what it was.
They wanted him to perform beautiful.
But just like I said, they should
They wanted him
have.
to bring the
But
Christian choir
my
out
thing
there.
is, if they wanted that, they should have been specifically
Told him.
what
He
they
could've
wanted.
either
We need you to
request-
sing such and such and such and such.
Right, you say it hits. So it's rolling down
So he about
the
to bring
street,
all the hits out.
smoking and the nigga like, but it is college. Come on, Stop pretending
That's
like
the thing too. Like, stop. You know these children out here doing Lord knows what in college every day,
Exactly.
and then parents know that they out here doing it.
Exactly.
So my
it
thing is,
it's not
whatever.
family friendly. But the things got heated.
I know you was about to do something stupid with this one.
Things got heated between Khloe Kardashian and BFF Malika on the latest episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Girl.
Spill tea.
So it's no secret that Khloe Kardashian and Malika Hawk's friendship goes back decades, as the pair have been by each other's side through some of their most difficult moments. So it's understandable that with such a bond, sometimes heated arguments arise, especially when alcohol is involved. Of course.
Them hoes. How they drunk and she pregnant?
This was during an episode. So you know that stuff was already filmed.
I'm about to say, bitch.
So on the
How
latest
you gonna kill a
episode,
baby already, bitch?
the episode of E's hit series Keeping Up with Kardashians,
I fucking hate
Khloe
that
was
show.
gearing up to plan the ultimate birthday bash for bestie Malika and her twin sister Khadijah.
you, Khadijah.
But things got a little out of hand while the two were in a nightclub during the big night. Earlier in the episode, Khloe previously told Malika that she didn't want to drink too much or get too out of control, to which Malika continued to brush off. Fast forward to the birthday party where Malika
we getting lit,
was
bitch.
physically trying to force Khloe to down a shot of liquor despite Khloe's insisting that she stop.
I don't want to drink, Malika.
From there, they engaged in a war of words that with Khloe saying,
I don't want to drink, Malika.
what are you trying to do?
What are you trying to do?
If you think you're stronger than me, you're out of your mind. This was in response to Malika getting in her face and screaming that she put it in your mouth, you dumb bitch, in reference to the shot that Khloe turned down. The verbal altercation continued. Khloe warned Malika that she would fuck her up in 2 fucking seconds.
I'm gonna fuck her up in 2 fucking seconds.
Eventually,
Stop fucking giving me shots. I don't fuck you up in 2 fucking seconds.
Eventually, Malika sobered up later in the episode, and the friends put the incident behind them.
What did I do?
But
you trying to give me 2 fucking shots. I almost beat your fucking ass, Malika. You better be glad I fucking love you and you're my fucking sis.
But first, Chloe took to social media to assure everyone that just because they had an argument, it doesn't mean they aren't still friends. Of course. Chloe tweeted, and I quote, "The best thing about our sisterhood is that even if Malika and I fight, which is normal, we never stop communicating and respecting one another.
Of course.
Both of our accountability and eagerness to always apologize as one of our favorite things about us. Malika is everything." And then, of course, they have the video of the argument. If you guys would like to check that out, if you didn't catch that episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Their friendship is hilarious.
They are, because they always at each other's necks.
Always fussing. Malika, no, and I'm not going, Chloe. You slept with Rob? Like, yeah. Like, why would you sleep with my brother? Like, they friendship is definitely genuine and funny at the same time. But y'all, Auntie Wendy is reported ordered to pay ex-husband Ken Hunter $250,000. See, I know that it's a double standard before everybody, but women do it. But I'm thinking about this nigga cheated. Like, he the one who cheated.
Is crazy.
We ain't talking about how niggas just weird. I get divorced and I take everything. No,
it's
this
weird because
cheated.
We are seeing this is becoming,
we been
a
trying to tell
trend.
Your cousin.
Halle Berry, Mary J. Blige.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
now Wendy.
What the fuck? So on a good note for Wendy, she is receiving her Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame. But then it's like, damn,
now you
then
gotta
this comes.
$250.
So, woo, child. Wendy Williams' messy divorce just continues to get even messier. In addition to prior news that she paid ex-Kevin Hunter a hefty sum to exit her daytime talk show. So she gave him his little thing. So bitch, get the fuck. Because you're not ripping benefits off of nothing that comes in these coins.
Coindella, period.
So now it appears that Wendy has to cough up even more coins to help Kevin find a new place to live up. Because he ain't got no money. As reported by Page 6, Wendy and Kevin recently reached a new financial agreement as part of their ongoing divorce proceedings, and she has been ordered to pay her ex-husband $250,000 so that he is able to secure a new living arrangement, quote unquote. Due to the new arrangement, Kevin must vacate their maternal home in Livingston, New Jersey, that went up for sale a few months ago. Since the couple separated, Wendy has been living in a upscale Manhattan apartment that reportedly cost her $15,000 a month. However, it's important to remember that these agreements are just a small portion of what's likely to come as the divorce continues forward. Meanwhile, Wendy definitely hasn't been biting her tongue regarding her feelings about her ex and his mistress, Sharon Hudson, who gave birth to Kevin's child earlier this year. On the surface, it looks like Wendy is paying a lot to end her rocky marriage, but reportedly she is fine with giving Kevin these amounts in an effort to be completely rid of him. Don't be surprised if Wendy throws even more shade Kevin's way following this latest development.
That's fucked up.
So she have to pay that because, but my thing is, nigga, go get a job.
But my thing is, you was
why she have to do that? You was the cheater.
You was a producer. No, but not only that, what money were you accumulating if you was a producer? Like, where your income was coming?
That goes to show you that he really wasn't.
I'm staying out of this
making
one.
anything.
But at the end of the day, like, this shit is crazy. Like,
it's crazy.
He cheated and he had a baby, and now I gotta pay for him to find another living arrangement because he cheated and had a baby, and I don't want to deal with it.
Right.
Like, that's fucked up.
Fucked up.
That's why you sign prenups. Like, I keep telling people, like, marriage is a motherfucking business. If you don't want to play this fucking game, they're gonna play you. That's why they got so many men in divorce broke, because they want their wife filed first. and got everything, and he stuck broke, paying child support. Like, sometimes these niggas and niggas do it to themselves. They do it to themselves. And that's why you gotta watch who you choose to lay down with, because if you lay down with a dog, you wake up with fleas, okay, itchy scratch. But the man who reportedly killed Toya Wright's brother's sentenced to life in prison. That's right, that's the one. So I got it.
Oh, I got it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how I skipped that.
So go ahead.
Probably wouldn't have been until I'm pulling it. It's coming up.
So a little bit about that, you know, Toya Wright. Shout out to Nola native. Her two brothers were murdered 3 years ago. About to be 3.
It's about
3 years, and the guy finally got sentenced to life in prison. So.
All right, so here we go. Alrighty, so it's been 3 years since Toya Wright lost both of her brothers in a tragic shooting, and while she still continues to heal, the case has been ongoing during the scenes, and it finally reaches a conclusion. As reported by NOLA News earlier this week, a jury convicted Antonio Tweezy Edwards, 34, on 2 counts of first-degree murder after only 2 hours of deliberation and a 3-day trial for the murderers of Toya Wright's brothers, Ryan Rudy Johnson, 24, and Josh Johnson, 31. The brothers were shot in the 2800 block of Polgar Street on July 31st, 2016. New Orleans Parish Criminal District Court Judge Tracy Flemings Davalier handed down the maximum sentence for Edwards, who was sentenced to life in prison. Members of the family were present at the time of sentencing and reportedly didn't speak during the proceedings, but visually displayed relief when the final sentence was read. During the trial, there were multiple witnesses who said they saw Edwards in the area during the night of the shooting. The Johnson brothers were found with multiple gunshot wounds inside a running Chevrolet Equinox a little after midnight.
This case hit me differently because, of course, it hit close to home. And to actually get justice for this murders, 2 counts with life. He ain't never getting out, can't hurt another person, do any other shit. That case in itself was just messed up. And a lot of people loved them boys, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had they, you know, demons or whatever, but you don't deserve to get shot down like you got shot down. And so it's only right, but when I think about cases like this, you see how you get a life sentence for this, but we can't get a life sentence for somebody who wasn't really doing anything. Regardless if it was a mistake or not, you know, you should kind of like get some kind of time, like 10 years for a life. Like, I don't think that's good, you know what I'm saying? At least serve some time, like how these black folk serving 40, 50, 100.
But they're just so quick. We already know this.
I'm just glad they got their justice, and this family, trust me, this family really still grieving for them 2 dudes, because them dudes was a part of a family that everybody, they close, like, for a younger brother. If you don't know, her younger brother was on the show with her on Tony and Toya. She took him in, tried to get him, you know, his life back on track. He get his life back on track, come back to New Orleans and get killed. Like, it's just sad, it's tragic, but life gotta go on, and I'm glad they got their justice. But moving on to Simone, good sis.
Simone Biles, the GOAT,
becomes the most decorated female gymnast in history.
All right, Simone Biles is literally a force of nature. Every time she stuns us with her amazing skills as a world champion gymnast, she goes and does even more to further cement her title as the greatest female gymnast of all time. Well, she now has the medals to prove that title because she just broke another record. first, let's remember that the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics are a little less than a year away, and Simone Biles is out here putting in jaw-dropping, explosive performances as well before they even begin. As CNN reports, she just earned the title of the most decorated female gymnast in the history by winning her 21st World Championship medal, and 15 of those medals are gold, which is another record. The previous record holder was former gymnast Svetlana Korkina, who had 20 medals. Although Biles just broke multiple records, she is set to break even more because the U.S. women's gymnastics team is still competing and could win more medals. At 22 years old, she has achieved the amount of professional success as a female gymnast that many could only hope for. Later this week, Biles will be competing in the women's all-around final, competing in all 4 individual event finals, including vault, uneven bars, balance beam, floor exercise. If she succeeds in these events, her medal count could reach to 26 before the week is over. If Simone Biles isn't the definition of black girl magic, we don't know what is. We want to send her a huge congratulations, and from everyone here at What's the Word, we want to congratulate you, Simone Biles, aka the GOAT, on just continuing to be the freaking best.
Yes, black excellence.
Black excellence.
Crazy. Like, the girl already has 2 skills named after her. Now she has 4 because she just debuted 2 in that championship.
Keep doing it, because at one point in the
we
Olympics,
didn't have a lot of black females. Dominique Dawes was our Simone Biles.
Right, and not only that, back in the day, they was cheating us out of a lot of shit.
Because Dominique Dawes didn't get that.
Yeah, so it's just amazing that time really changed. And I hate when people say, like, it's change really happening. Like, pay attention to the good shit. Like, stop keeping your eye on the negative shit.
Because there is good stuff going on.
Yeah, people really flourishing. Black excellence. Because we're going to talk about it, Tyler Perry. But I'm going to let y'all know, y'all, some of y'all need to be living that dream too. Getting on your shit. But before we get to that, Drake responds to his father's claims that he lied about the relationship to sell records. So
if there's one thing Drake doesn't need help doing, is selling records. However, according to his father, Dennis Graham, the picture Drake has painted about their relationship just simply isn't true. At least that's what he told to Nick Cannon on his radio show. On the show, Dennis got on the mic and said he talked to Drake about why he paints him as an absentee father in his music. Dennis alleged that Drake was simply just trying to sell records, and an allegation that Drizzy already said isn't true. So if you want, you guys can check out the comments that Mr. Graham had to say during his interview with Nick Cannon. Though Drake isn't known to respond on social media, he took to his Instagram story to speak out against his father, basically saying that his father would say anything to anyone that would listen. And then you guys can go to Drake's Instagram and check out what he has to say about that. So the entire statement said, "Woke up today so hurt, man. My father will say anything to anyone that's willing to listen to him. It's sad when family gets like this, but what can we really do? That's the people we are stuck with. Every bar I've ever spit was the truth, and the truth is hard for some people to accept." I'm sorry. Woo.
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 You know how you would do.
Woo.
He a light skinned dude. You gotta say it like a light.
Oh, you gotta say it like a light skinned dude. Woo. I'm sorry. As far as we know, Drake and his father were fine. Drake has never been shy about inviting his audience into his world and detailing what was going on. The craziest part was it feels like Drake found out about his father's experiences like the rest of us on social media. Dennis has yet to comment on the situation since the airing of his interview with Nick Cannon, but it's safe to say the father-son duo have a lot to talk about between them. Wow. I'm sure this whole situation will make make its way to Drake's new album.
It's kind of crazy.
But like you said, his truth is his truth. He know what he was, and we all know his daddy was into that shit, that music, and his mama raised him.
He need to accept the fact
that you wasn't, even though you might been financially there, you weren't there. You weren't there. In my shout out to Toya brother.
Who said that?
What's Toya older brother name?
Walter, girl.
You weren't there. I was there. Like, baby, his mama was there. He grew up with his mama. He might have spent some time with you, but being there full time like a kid need their parent, he probably was talking about those times. Mm-hmm. Like, so he know his stories. Only he know what was right. Like you said, he know what he said.
He said what he said, and that's that on that.
But speaking of periods, City Girl JT has been released from prison. Period. Early.
So, City Girl JT may have been released from prison earlier, and it's not a maybe. She is out. Homegirl.
Period.
Homegirl that got a new Instagram account. She have a new song coming out tonight at 10 Eastern time. So Homegirl is letting y'all know that she's out and she is back. So it looks like City Girl JT could be home early after serving a bid in federal prison. Several people connected to JT's label Quality Control, including Young Miami and the label CEO Pierre Thomas, made posts alluding that the rapper has been released from prison. So as like I said before, guys, Young Miami, she
is free.
She had something to say. A lot of people, alluded to it. But it was JT's post that had people buzzing. She suggested that she's dropping music titled First Day Out tonight, along with the hashtag #FreeJT. JT's release from prison has been highly anticipated by City Girl fans. She was locked up for credit card fraud and online federal records show that JT was expected to be released in March of 2020. However, there have been many rumors for several months that JT was expected to be released early. So congratulations to you, homegirl. You're out.
Period.
Now she about to
now you can save the group. Thank the Lord.
Now it's about to be how girl fall.
Because we got tired of hearing Young Miami
and free JT.
Talking on the fucking songs because she wasn't rapping. Let's get that straight.
I don't really care for their music. They'll talk shit about niggas. And what if a nigga
niggas talk shit about bitches all day.
But
about getting on their knees and sucking their dick and all of that. Y'all love the baby just.
I know.
Disrespecting females.
I'm not Snoop Dogg.
In his damn
Juvenile just ride that dick. Like who else riding it? Huh? Exactly. So nigga talk shit about women all day.
Those girls
let them say
niggas if they want.
Period. All right, and
another black excellence moment.
Fuck all that shit.
Tyler Perry says his accomplishments are not recognized in the movie industry.
I'm ignored in Hollywood. So we know Tyler Perry has a
how you doing?
As a trailblazer in Hollywood, specifically for the black community. He continuously breaks boundaries and creates opportunities for black actors and actresses to create successful careers for themselves. Despite all he has accomplished, Tyler says he and his stacked resume are surely ignored by the mainstream movie scene in Hollywood. I clearly believe that I'm ignored in Hollywood for sure, Tyler says in an interview on CBS this morning, and that's fine, I get it. Most recently, as we previously reported, Tyler Perry opened his very own filming complex called Tyler Perry Studios. It is the largest studio in existence and the first to be open independently without the help of a parent company. Still, Tyler says the industry does not understand the work that he does for the black community, nor does it understands what that work is. My audience and the stories that I tell are African Americans, stories specifically to a certain audience, specific to a certain group of people that I know, that I grew up with, and we speak that language. Tyler says Hollywood doesn't necessarily speak the language. He continues, a lot of critics don't speak that language, so to them it's like, what is this? Tyler Perry has ranked up hundreds of millions of dollars in box office receipts for the films, including in his Medea franchise. He's also created various opportunities through films like Why Did I Get Married, television series like The Have and Have Nots, and various live plays. I know what I do touches millions of people around the world. Tyler says, Gayle King, I know how important every word, every joke, every laugh is. I know what that does for the people where I come from and the people that I'm writing for. One of Tyler's main goals is continue to push through how the industry snubs his work and to create opportunities for all minority groups to be represented. Every black person that comes to work here, they go, oh my God, it's heaven. Here we are, we're represented. Tyler Perry says, LGBTQs represented, black, white, gay, straight, out, whatever. We're all represented, working hard in hand, arm in arm.
So what's our 401k about this?
Congratulations to Tyler Perry.
It is congrats, but I feel like how I look at it, I don't think, in a sense, Hollywood really ignore him. I think people don't understand what Hollywood is. It's for you to make yourself, make your mark, make Paramount didn't just, I'm gonna be Paramount. They had to make their mark. And Tyler Perry, you made your mark. So now it's time, now that you got this big ass complex, now it's time to show them the type of movies you gonna make, the type of shit you gonna make in that bitch. You gonna, pretty soon, own network gonna be full of Tyler Perry shit. BET gonna be full of Tyler Perry shows created by Tyler Perry. I feel like you doing the work. I feel like you doing the work. You keep doing the work. You don't judge the process or judge the people in a way of you getting to where you is. It's all a part of the game. Yeah, it's all a part of the game. This shit is a game. Like Dick Gregory said, this shit is a game. I feel like Hollywood, so many people want to be accepted by Hollywood, but just you don't need to be accepted by something. You let it be what it be. You showing you gonna be accepted. You are Hollywood, nigga. Like you just brought, you know what I'm saying? You just brought a fucking, the Lord. They said he could fit all of them motherfucking production companies in that land and still have 60 acres to build more shit on it. Like, show them what you could captivate. I feel like, in my own opinion, because I am a Tyler Perry watcher, I've been watching it since a kid, plays and all. I feel, his stories are catered to a certain people, but I feel like now it's time to be recognized for some shit that is outside of everything. Like, start telling some more stories about other cultures. I feel like that's when the world gonna relate. This just the start. Like, you got the studio.
They're gonna be paying him to use his.
Right, like people it's so big. He gonna have all the connections. But this what I don't like when people, like, not saying praise it, but I seen this coming. I had a premonition about this coming.
All right, Phoebe Halliwell.
Just because I've been paying attention, me being in entertainment, I've been paying attention to the connection this man made over the course of his career as Tyler Perry. I knew it wasn't no other choice but him to have his own studio. Look who he got, basically gave him the key to the door. Oprah Winfrey showed him how to do that shit.
Right.
Like, y'all forget she is that mentor that said, like, look, you gonna be on my shit, we gonna blow this shit up, fuck Hollywood, buy your fucking shit, build it. This man naming buildings, the buildings after historical black people in acting. You know how amazing that is?
That is,
like,
man.
It's amazing, but at the same time,
He even even taking a step forward, he even created his own Walk of Fame where he honored
with
those people that were in his
and that's
plays
all I've been
movies
preaching.
and things like
that's
that.
all I've been preaching. This is all I've been preaching for like years. Like Black people stop trying to be in Hollywood. Make your own Hollywood. If we would have, like, we got BET, they got MTV or whatever the case, but we didn't infiltrate the MTV still.
Right.
But still, like, we black. Like, y'all, I think we lost our way of forgetting. We know how to create shit and the shit gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many, I'm just thinking about, you know how many writers could start working with him to produce multi-million-dollar movies? I could probably write a script about New Orleans life. Hopefully you're listening to this because I'm going to do it, Tyler Perry, and you're going to help me. And because a sister need a check. Help New Orleans out because you are up in Atlanta cutting up. Y'all stay cutting up on us. When New Orleans gonna come through for a little while?
But you know, a lot of people voice their opinions about that. Like, he doesn't, you know, and we talked about that like a while back.
We talked about it because Master P had his opinion about Tyler Perry.
But he can't really talk about nobody either because he getting flagged about opening restaurants on a whole other side of the river when he grew up.
Right.
It's still.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
There's so much stuff involved. But it's still
in the area.
Popping.
It's still in the area.
But what I'm saying is people are giving him flag about that because you go open something on the West Bank when you were from
the Calio.
Yeah, you were from the Calio project.
But I could
so it's like
why,
if there's anything, you should have put something in your hood. You know what I'm saying?
I can see why he probably would have did that because of he was across the river a lot. I think I personally think that's why he did it, and not only that. We have so much stuff in New Orleans area make people go to the West Bank. Nobody don't want to go over there because it's too damn far. They scared to go across the river, but across the river is actually kind of peaceful. I've been around.
It is, but who wants to go over there?
We went to a bar out there. We played pool. It was we ain't had to worry about getting shots, robbed, nothing. Baby, huh?
Shit, go to certain parts.
We went to our homegirl house, played Uno till 3 in the morning. Like, that was a good day. Across the river. Out here, you gotta worry about shots, come out the car stolen. Yeah, shout out to Tyler Perry.
It's a good look.
It's a good look, but now it's time to show him. Like, all right, now you gotta make your mark. You got your studio. Yeah. Now it's time for so many like other productions to be happening. So much blackness should be happening to where they getting jealous. They getting jealous, and you know how they get when they get jealous. But we got a different kind of mindset nowadays, so we hungry for it. We ain't our ancestors. We stronger, and that's what they gotta realize. But it's been a great episode. Yes. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Sideburnz for being our special guest. Shout out to you for listening. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Yo What's the Word. And of course, if you ever want to spill your 401k and leave a voice message on the Anchor What's the Word page, you ain't me. And if you ever want to be a featured artist, just hit us up in the link in our social media bios, or email us at what'stheword504@gmail.com.
Shout out to everybody that listen to us. As always.
Keep listening to the show, you whores. Season 2 gonna be off the chain. We coming harder and bigger, okay? But that is alright. But go ahead.
Okay. I want to shout y'all out for bringing me back.
Even though you bad.
Even though I was bad after the.
No, that's okay. No, he talked on his point, just like I was in the beginning. I wasn't really into it, you know.
Like, oh my God, I don't know anything
don't do
about
that.
No, I'm talking about you. You was like,
I don't know too much about rap.
Patti LaBelle.
No, I brought that one out because I was being funny.
Oh.
But as far as like the other stuff, you know, I don't really follow hip hop culture.
But,
so I don't know.
Yeah, we know D.Jon is a little old.
No, I am a Britney Spears guy. Backstreet Boys in sync.
But as always,
Teen Magazine.
But as always, thanks for listening. We out of here with good.
Peace.
All right.